Probablemente de las estrellas mediáticas de la MSNBC, una de las más interesantes es Joe Scarborough, porque Joe Scarborough está marcado, aunque era sido identificado como un líder mediático progresista de la cadena MSNBC, que es la cadena de noticias del grupo Comcast, la cadena de noticias progresista por excelencia. Lo curioso de Joe Scarborough es que Joe Scarborough tendrá siempre en su currículum haber sido congresista del Partido Republicano, por tanto, alguien en teoría conservador. Y hace el papel que siempre ha sido muy útil en la política mediática. El conservador que da la razón a los progresistas, por un lado, o el progresista que da la razón a los conservadores en el otro. Digamos lo que sería en la 13 televisión actual una figura como el señor Corcuera o el señor Leguina, ¿no? El socialista, pero que ahora se alinea con la derecha, pues al revés. El señor Scarborough era como la figura que cuando se retiró de la política y empezó a aparecer en la MSNBC, era como el comentarista que, siendo conservador, entiende que quienes tienen la razón son los progresistas. Y que funcionó lo suficientemente bien como para que a la MSNBC le mereciera darle las mañanas de la cadena el programa Joe Morning. Y de hecho, no tardó Scarborough, que le gusta mucho pegar gritos, dar golpes a la mesa, por eso sus enemigos le llaman Psycho Joe, en polemizar con las principales figuras de la derecha mediática del momento. ¿Que quiénes serían? Pues una de ellas sería el locutor de radio Rush Limbaugh, que sería la plasmación del radicalismo conservador en decibelios.
Monday morning on Scarborough show on MSNBC, and Scarborough doing his best impression of a neutered, chickified moderate.
I've been accused of many things, but being chickified has never been one of them. But
really?
I would be careful. If I had put my testicles in a blind trust for George W. Bush for 8 years, I'd be careful.
Y la otra, naturalmente, Bill O'Reilly, que era el líder de la derecha mediática en televisión, contra el que todo progresista debía querer medirse.
Bill O'Reilly is at it again. Now, while the war in Iraq rages halfway across the globe. Now, on last night's show, Bill O'Reilly continued his jihad against this network for what he says is a sharp turn to the left. Take a look at Bill's latest smear, what he would call a smoking gun that he has pointed against NBC News.
More evidence that NBC News is now a committed left-wing organization. After Republican Mitt Romney announced he was running for president, NBC News correspondent Chip Reed trashed him. He's a flip-flopper. Now it's pretty hard to believe when you understand that Mr. Reed covers Congress for the NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams. Nice objectivity.
Nice objectivity. Well, are Bill O'Reilly's attacks on NBC justified, or Bill O'Reilly, just attack Rosie? You're way off base on MSNBC, on NBC, and certainly on me. And I challenge you to debate me anytime, any place, anywhere, and find one thing I have said on this program over the past year that is not consistent with a conservative congressman that was against military adventurism when I was in Congress, that was against exploding deficits, that was against reckless spending, and was against turning Congress into the type of swamp that we Republicans have turned it into over the past 6 years. That doesn't make me liberal, that makes me conservative. That may make you, though, a suck-up if you defend the Republicans that have done that to this country and to our party over the past 6 years. Can't we all just...
Una pregunta pertinente sería, ¿pero el señor Scarborough sigue o no sigue siendo miembro del Partido Republicano? No lo es ya, porque él mismo se encargó en el programa del señor Stephen Colbert, del grupo Viacom, en dejar claro que ya no es del viejo partido GOP, Great Old Party, que es como se suele llamar al Partido Republicano en Estados Unidos, porque pues quedó ya arrepentido cuando el Partido Republicano escogió al señor Donald Trump como su candidato a la presidencia.
What exactly is the Republican Party willing to do? How far are they willing to go? How much of this country and our values are they willing to sell out?
But aren't you a Republican?
I am a Republican, but I'm not going to be a Republican anymore. I've got to become an independent.
Cuando el señor Scarborough renegó públicamente del Partido Republicano, puso a huevo que desde el otro lado, desde la Fox News, Sam Hannity se metiera con él.
If you watch this show on a regular basis, you know that I am not a Republican. I'm a registered conservative. However, my values, my views, and my viewpoints, they align more with the GOP, well, certainly more than the Socialist Democratic Party. But liberal Joe Scarborough is much, much different. Former Republican congressman from Florida's Panhandle, moved to the Northeast. He wanted to make it big, and now it's very clear. He wants to be loved and worshiped and idolized and adored and supported by all his liberal, arrogant, elitist friends in New York City. Those people that are filling his head with visions of glory. Now, knowing Joe Scarborough, he thinks that he really could one day be the president of the United States. Yeah, he believes it. But calling President Trump a schmuck, a goon, a thug, and mentally unfit, well, it just isn't quite enough to please all his liberal friends and colleagues, and of course his blushing bride-to-be, Mika. So now he's leaving the Republican Party. Bye-bye.
I am a Republican, but I'm not going to be a Republican anymore. I've got to become an independent.
Liberal Joe, you made Steve Colbert's liberal audience so proud. What is the Republican Party ever going to do without Joe? Honestly, Mika, do you like that hair? Wow. Does he think he's a rock star? This is liberal Joe, wannabe rock star. Take a look.
Welcome to the monkey. Welcome to the monkey. Welcome to the monkey. Everybody's a little crazy in the monkey house.
I guess it could be this theme song for MSNBC, considering it's like a monkey house over there with all their conspiracy theories, considering how lacking in truth they all are. All right, Joe, never thought I'd say this. Watching that performance, don't quit your day job. It's cringe-inducing.
En todo caso, nada ha hecho más popular al señor Scarborough que su pelea con el actual presidente de Estados Unidos, el señor Donald Trump, que es algo en lo cual el señor Donald Trump también tendría que medir. Si él, cuando se mete con gente con sus twitterazos, en el fondo les está haciendo famosos en todo el mundo. El caso es que, como en Joe Morning no hacían más que repetir que les parecía que Donald Trump era un tipo mentiroso, indigno de ser presidente, pues una mañana en 2017 creo que Donald Trump puso en una sola mañana como 5 twitters seguidos contra Joe Scarborough y contra Mika Brzezinski, que es la esposa de Scarborough y copresentadora del programa, y que también es una activista progresista muy vehemente.
You know what? I think it's been fascinating and frightening and really sad for our country. I mean, I've been getting a lot of texts and hearing you all talking. Thank you. I'm fine. My family brought me up really tough. This is absolutely nothing. But I think for me personally, but I am very concerned as to what this once again reveals about the President of the United States. It's strange.
We're okay. The country's not. He packed about 5 lies into the tweets, which is very productive, 2 tweets, to pack 5 or 6 lies into 2 tweets. But yesterday was just another example of just how deeply personal he is. He attacks women because he fears women.
He has a fixation. He appears to have a fragile, impetuous, childlike ego that we've seen over and over again, especially with women. It's like he can't take it. He's so easily played by a cable news host. Now, what is that saying to our allies? What is that saying to our enemies?
Y les convirtió en presentadores de fama mundial. Incluso ha habido reportajes en España sobre ellos. En todo caso, las formas de Scarborough y de Mika tampoco son las más moderadas. Por ejemplo, no parece que la forma más correcta para decir que un miembro de la administración del señor Trump, como es el señor Pompeo, te parece que está siendo muy blando hacia un país árabe, no sé si esta es la mejor manera de hablar del asunto.
I understand that Donald Trump doesn't care. Heilman makes a good point. He doesn't care. But why doesn't Mike Pompeo care right now? Are the pathetic deflections that we just heard when he appeared on Fox and Friends, is that a patriot speaking? Or a wannabe dictator's butt boy? I'm dead serious. I'm asking, are these the words of a patriot?
Hay quien hasta podría considerar que es un término homófobo. En todo caso, el momento en el que más hemos visto afectados a Scarborough y a Mika fue cuando el señor Donald Trump les vinculó con un asesinato. Que eso quizá fue una cosa más parecida al mundo de las fake news. Porque es verdad que existía el rumor de que como una secretaria de Scarborough cuando era congresista murió en circunstancias extrañas, pues jugar a poner en Twitter ¿por qué no se abre una investigación de aquella muerte a ver qué pasó? Pues podría considerarse que es un poco jugar sucio.
The cruelty is unspeakable. And yeah, you know what? It's not just Donald Trump.
Yeah.
It's been happening for 19 years. Donald Trump is right. It wasn't his original scummy thought. There have been other vile people driven by hatred and petty politics, thinking that they were going to hurt me. I'm here. I'm going to be here. You keep trying to hurt me, and instead, your attacks pass through me, and they terrorize a family that has not been able to let their loved one.
Es probablemente un comentario que si eres un presentador de la Fox News, pues es una maldad dentro de las maldades habituales entre medios. Pero si eres el presidente de los Estados Unidos, pues quizá no es lo más apropiado que puedes hacer.
And calling him dangerous to walk the streets. And I will just say, I'll take a point of personal privilege here. That's sick. Donald, you're a sick person. You're a sick person. To put this family through this, to put her husband through this, to do this just because you're mad at Joe because Joe got you again today, because he speaks the truth. And he speaks plainly about your lack of interest and empathy in others and your lack of ability to handle this massive human catastrophe, the fact that you've made it worse and that you make it worse every day. You shouldn't be allowing this, and you should be taking these tweets down, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You'll be hearing from me on this, because this is BS. But Donald, you're a sick person. You're really a cruel, sick, disgusting person. And you can keep